Here is our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan in an exclusive conversation with the Mauritian Prime Minister.
As a guest country, what does Mauritius, which is strategically located, achieve from the summit, and what do you hope to achieve from the summit?
Well, let me first of all thank the government of India and particularly Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji for the invitation. It is, of course, the first time that Mauritius is participating to a G20 Heads of State Summit, and of course it is a great honor and privilege. We are looking forward to constructively engage with G20 members in order to foster global cooperation and see that the challenges that we face, particularly as a small island state, are in fact addressed. I think everyone can draw lessons from the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic that we have been facing, and not only in terms of affecting the health of the population, but its consequences on the world economy. And this has been aggravated now by the conflict in Ukraine. And also we see that climate change, for example, are affecting all countries. So we are at a juncture where I think this summit comes at a very opportune time for us to draw lessons from what has happened, what is happening, and to see how we can work together to make the global economy more resilient, inclusive, and of course sustainable. So this is the approach of Mauritius.
Prime Minister, sir, the fact that African Union to be included as a member of the G20 is an initiative and a proposal that has been put forth by India. What do you have to say? How do you look at the admission, if at all it happens in this summit, of African Union as part of the G20?
I must say I'm very appreciative of the initiative of Prime Minister Modi, because Africa is a huge continent of maybe more than 1.3 billion people, so many countries, and yet we are not part of so many of the groupings. And I think G20, which consists of so many important members and which forms part of major economies where policies are in fact decided, because we know when you have a majority of the major economies getting together, they set normally the trend. And I think Africa has to be part of it in order to be able to voice out the views of not only Africa, but of those whose voices are not normally heard at those instances. So I am obviously very supportive of the fact that this initiative is on the table, and I hope that Africa would eventually become a member.
Personally, as the Prime Minister of Mauritius, do you think you would want to bid as Mauritius as a country to be a member of the G20 separately?
Well, this is an issue that has to be discussed, first of all, at government level. And so we have to take time, and of course we will consider, but as it is today, there is no stand that has been taken with regard to that.
On a lighter note, if I could ask you, you're of Indian origin. Do you or your family, does anybody watch Hindi films or Indian cinema? What's your favorite film or favorite song, if you have any?
Well, the song Bharat Ka Rane Wala Hoon by Mahendra Kapoor in the film of Pura Barpachin.
भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ.
I think is very appropriate right now.
Okay, that's
and
nice.
I, I do, of course, I do listen to a number of songs from time to time, but I won't say that there is one particular favorite. But you know, Mauritians are very fond of Indian movies, and they have been watching Singham series. And I had the pleasure of meeting Rohit Shetty when he came to Mauritius, because he is now planning to shoot the next series of Singham in Mauritius.
And who are the stars? Are the big
With the
faces?
stars, well, there are stars coming to Mauritius, but I think I will leave him to then, you know, publicly say who are the stars who are coming. But again, this is going to put Mauritius on the map in terms of publicity, and I hope that this will attract Indians to come and visit Mauritius.
He picked up a very important song, भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ. आज G20 Summit हो रहा है और भारत की बात सुनाने वाला है. With the projection of India that you'd be seeing, India is going to be on the global map when it comes to the G20 Summit and how India is hosting the G20 Summit. On that note, sir, thank you so much for joining us here on India Today.
Thank you, and if I can say, भारत की हार्दिक स्वागत के लिए बहुत धन्यवाद.
India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience,
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
and with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience,
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
and with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience,
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
and with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience,
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
and with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.